Hello everyone, welcome to exam focused crash course for strategic business leader exam. We are your tutors, myself Owais Mirchawala, and with me I have Sir Subhan Mirchawala, and we will be discussing this strategic business leader crash course specifically focused for your this exam attempt. We will be covering the pre-seen information which is issued for this exam attempt along with 3 predictive mock exams. Further, we'll be also looking at the exam technique, professional skill marks, and lot of important information for your exam preparation. This 25 hours crash course will be a real game changer for your preparation for this examination. And we have seen it in the previous exam attempts that our predictive mock exams are really useful for the students because we take our professional guess that okay, these requirements may come in the examination. We train our students, we practice the complete exam papers, we offer the checking facility, and this approach has been really helpful for our students in the previous attempts. We both have combined nationwide positions of more than 75 positions secured by our students in all the papers we offer. So our exam focused approach has been really successful, and this crash course will be really beneficial for you guys. One important thing before I deep dive into the orientation of this crash course, in SBL exam, the crash course is really important because you guys need to have a detailed analysis of pre-seen information. Because you all know that SBL is a different exam from any other exams which you have given in ACCA. The examiner issues 11 pages advanced information or pre-seen information 15 days before the examination. And he expects from the students that they will do in detail analysis of the industry background and the company background using that pre-seen analysis. And there are always different kind of industries coming in the examination for which he also issues the pre-seen analysis. Those industries can be airline industries, sometimes a meal kit industry, sometimes a pet veterinary industries. So very different type of industries he asks. So our crash course will be covering that pre-seen with a lot of practical examples, specifically Sir Subhan's in-detail analysis of the Western market. Because you all know that our examiner is UK based, and normally the industries which he's referring are normal in those sectors. Okay, like you will see a lot of industries which are operating in a normal manner in West, like pet vet industry is very much prosperous there. Meal kit industries, those are growing there. So you need a lot of practical examples and in-depth analysis, which we'll be doing in this crash course. Okay, so it will be completely exam focused in these 25 hours. We will not be talking about any theoretical or topical knowledge because SBL is not about topical knowledge. It is about dealing the case scenario, the scenario which is presented in the pre-seen and in your actual examination. So we will be doing detailed analysis. We will be talking about exam approach. We will be giving you mock exam for attempt and practice. And most important, we will be checking the mock exams of all of you guys. We will be checking them and giving feedback to you all. And this crash course is a customized crash course for this exam attempt only because every time there is a new pre-seen analysis. So we need to record fresh set of classes for all of you guys. So it's specifically for you guys who are giving the examination in this attempt. Okay, so before going in the deep dive, sir, if you can share some views on the examination.
Good morning. Okay. So normally, I don't call this as a paper, SBL. I don't call it as an exam. It's kind of project. And you are not a student, you're actually a consultant. Your role will be like a consultant. And it will be mentioned in the examination. When you go in the examination, it will say you are an external consultant. See, after this pre-seen, before in the SPL thing, we didn't used to have pre-seen, but now 15 days before the examination, we actually have the pre-seen thing, like the whole industry and the case study. It make it more professional actually. Just give you an example. Let's say you hire a lawyer or maybe financial analyst, or maybe a realtor or immigration consultant, or whatever for your business. You own the business. When you call the consultant, what he does, he says, okay, send me your business information, like what is your industry? What's your size of the organization? What is the age of the organization? When did you start it? How many owners, suppliers, and all that? That is actually a pre-scene. Before the meeting to that expert consultant, what do? You send your business information, and then you guys have a physical meeting and all that. This examination is like that. When the examiner is sending you the pre-scene, it's treating you like a consultant, and then you have a physical meetup in the examination. And you see what? This examination is not an absolute examination. It's not an objective examination, unlike tax paper, accounting paper. You have set rules like physics, chemistry, like set rules. The earth revolves around the sun. That's called the absolute fact, objective fact. But this paper is not absolute thing. It's a subjective paper. Everybody has their own opinion. Okay, Sir Owais Mirchawala has a different opinion. I'll have a different opinion, and you guys will have a different opinion. And all the answers are correct if you support your answer. Okay, this kind of subjective paper. Sir, please proceed.
And this is the reason why in SBL examination answer, when you read the answer, the examiner categorically states that one answer cannot be an ideal answer. Other opinions and other comments are also acceptable. And this is the reason why we are teaching this paper in a way it requires, like two teachers discussing it, sharing their opinions, because maybe what opinion I'm sharing, you may not agree with it. So maybe Sir Subhan is presenting that opinion, or maybe what he's presenting, I may not agree with it. So this is what the SBL exam is. You have to evaluate the scenario. A good consultant is one who can look either sides of the picture, who can look in detail, who has an insight. So this crash course is all about exam approach. It is all about professional skill. It is all about the exam platform. And it is all about the pre-seen information, the advanced information which you are getting for this exam attempt. Okay? Because that is the most important thing. Just think it's 15 days to the examination and your paper is out. Like, just go and tell your parents that, okay, I'm giving an examination. The exam paper is of 15 pages, 11 pages will come before the exam. So they will say, oh, it's such an easy exam. The paper is already out. You know the industry, you know the client. Such a pity on that guy who don't do the in detail analysis, who don't analyze that industry. So this is what we guys will be doing. We will be giving you the practical examples, the real illustrations of that industry. We will relate them to the real business situation. That, okay, see, this is the business doing a similar business, understand it, so that when you go for the actual examination, you are very much aware, you know that, okay, how the industry is going on. And then our three professional guesses, our three predictive mock exams, high probability that students get requirements from them. And even if the requirement do not come from it, in these three mock exams, you have analyzed that pre-scene in a lot of detail. So even if some other requirement comes, you have evaluated all perspectives of that pre-scene, all perspectives of that industry already. Okay?
And you know what? The case studies are so real that I feel that as if I'm walking on the streets of United States. Like I see Walmart, I see Target, I see Kroger, I see Amazon, Airbnb, all that. And whenever we get the pre-seed, for example, XYZ industry, and we predict the mock, most of the time, those mocks, the exact our educational guess comes in the examination. Students say, how come? Like, is it kind of magic? Say, no, it's not a magic. Because I see these strategies here. For example, when you talk about meal kit business, or for example, we have seen the pet industry. And in the educational guess, I said, okay, next in the examination, there is a possibility of collaboration between the pet vet store, and the pet supermarket. And the same thing is there. So how come it's possible? Because this what we see here. It's what examiner is doing actually. He's not making the case study. He's not making the case study. ACCA examiner is so smart. He is just taking the case study from maybe from a newspaper, from real life and all that, and is just changing the name. Maybe Enron to Benron, Walmart to Shellmart, something like that. Europe to XYZ. And why I'm saying he's just changing the name? Because what? I see here. I see these strategies here. So that's why, our predicted mock and our educational guess, that's very important for your examination. Sir.
So now let's deep dive into the orientation of this crash course. It's intense 25 hours crash course, mainly focused on the current pre-seen information and the exam approach. So now what we are including in this crash course, I've already referred it. Let's take a quick review. A detailed analysis of current pre-seen information with practical examples to understand the client's business and industry. For this exam, I always say that it is not like an exam which a core academic guy can teach. You need that practical business sense, which we have been doing since like more than 25 years. So you need that real business sense, analyzing the environment. So the detailed analysis of the pre-scene we will be conducting, in which you will understand each and every aspect, and then 3 predictive mock exams on current pre-scene information. From those 3 detailed mock exams, we will draft the 2 mock exams actually during the lectures. Actual whole answer drafting. Like we will open it like a real exam paper, read the exhibits, discuss the points, and then actually draft the whole answer. A report, an email, a memo, a presentation slide. Detailed drafting of 2 mock exams. And third mock exam is for the students' self-attempt along with marked feedback on it. Okay, so very detailed approach during this crash, and core focus of these 25 hours is about the exam only. Because SBL is not about how much you know, it is about how much you apply. It's not about how much you know. You read a complete book 10 times, Study Hub, BBP, Kaplan, and you don't know how to apply it in the scenario, how to
What is
analyze the scenario, how to deal with the situation. It's all
what is what is
it's
what
all
is the object what is the objective of getting this crash course? Okay, ask yourself, what is the objective? What is the goal of getting this crash course? To get a pass. To get a pass. Not about the practical example or anything. It's just to get a pass. That is very important. And I always say 49 marks is 0. 50 marks is 100. You get 50, 51, 50, who cares? You get 49. Oh, I was right at the boundary. I don't care. It's as equal as 0. 49 is 0, 50 is 100. That's it. So what is important? To achieve that objective. And we are here to help you achieving that objective. When he's saying exam focused, okay, that is an upsize, our practical example, our experience, our analysis, and all that, because you are here for the burger, but we are giving you a complimentary fries and an upsize drink. Okay, that's the upsize thing. And attempting examination is an art. You know everything, but you don't know how to attempt the examination. That's a different kind of thing. That's an art. And this is the expert I can see on my screen, Sir Owais Mirchawala.
So we'll have a detailed class on drafting approach, how you have to write in the exam, how much to write, how much marks we get for each point, 2 sentence, 3 sentence, how to draft a point in exam, marking guideline, how much marks for calculation, how much marks for each comment, detailed approach. Then detailed discussion on professional skill marks, how to cover 5 professional skills along with relevant formats like communication, like analysis, like skepticism, commercial acumen, evaluation, how to cover those professional skill marks. Then walk through of the exam practice platform. Familiarize yourself with the environment. There will be a detailed class on that. Then 2 past papers will be covered. See, one is the pre-scene of this attempt. 3 mock exams on that. But along with that, we will also be covering 2 past papers. So that if someone is joining the crash course earlier, before the launch of the pre-scene, they can watch the past exam papers and familiarize themselves with the approach. Because these past exam papers give you an idea about the drafting approach, about the exam environment, detailed understanding in the class to understand the exam technique. And then this is what we are covering is the mind-blowing thing which your examiner has provided. It's a hidden treasure. Read the mind of marker. I have not prepared this document. ACCA has issued this document. Read the mind of the marker, that how marker gives you a mark. Like when we read the examiner answer, we say, oh, it's so long, I can't write the complete point. Read the mind of marker, what he want from that paragraph. In this document, there is a good answer and then there is a bad answer. Then there is commentary that why good answer was good, where he scored marks, and why bad answer was bad, where he was unable to get the marks. So we will be doing a detailed analysis of this hidden treasure. Read the mind of marker document, analyze analysis of examiner marking along with good and bad answer.
See, there are two stakeholders, two very important stakeholders of yours right now. One is the examiner, and second is the marker. One is the examiner, okay? You must know the taste of the examiner. How? With our predictive mocks and maybe like, our educational guess, pre-seen, past exam paper, what the examiner can get you. And then the important guy is the marker who's going to write you. And that, we're going to help you with this mind of the marker using that ACC, that platform and how to write and all that. See, examiner. So you must know the taste of the examiner and also the taste of this guy, the marker. Okay.
So this crash course, I believe that if you are attending these 25 hours, I won't use this word guarantee because it's a professional qualification, but I would say that it will increase your chances to pass this exam greatly. And we have seen this in the previous exam attempts. Like I have seen the students who just took our crash course and they secured a nationwide position. Because SBL is not about how much you know, what books you have read. It is about how you apply, how you deal with the scenario, how you analyze the case study. Because you will be a business leader dealing with that business case. No background knowledge required. Just get yourself involved in it. So detailed analysis of pre-seed. 3 mock exams, predictive mock exams. 2 will be solved in the class. 1 for your self attempt. Drafting approach, professional skill marks, exam practice platform. 2 detailed past exam papers. And then the read the mind of marker. Now, as I said at the start, SBL is that exam for which the crash course is mandatory. There is no choice in it. Because if you haven't analyzed the pre-scene, it's all zero. And that analysis of pre-scene from the expert tutors who have been teaching this exam for years, who know the examiner's sense. Okay, so SBL exam is different from other ACC exams. No theoretical knowledge required. Like I always say, those who have studied less in this examination have a higher probability to pass this exam. Why? Because they will only answer according to the scenario. They will not force the bookish knowledge into the answer. And those who have studied a lot of books, they will force their pointers in the answer. So you have to completely deal with the scenario, and we will be training you for that. And this crash course is all about that. Because now when you are enrolling in our crash course, it's just 15-20 days to the examination. So now it's very clear Sir, I want to pass the exam.
Hmm.
No knowledge, no learning. I want to pass the exam. So this crash is all about that.
So don't call it a crash course. It's a smart course. It's a very smart course. In less time, you're getting everything. And when you're saying no theoretical knowledge, because you see in your course outline, there's so many like pastel, sort analysis, and then process strategy, and then Boston. There are a lot of models. But you know what? Your examiner is kind. It is not mandatory. He's not, first of all, he's not going to ask all these things. And it is not mandatory to you put the model like pastel model. Although if you do it, it makes it more systematic. Otherwise, it is not mandatory. And your action verbs are not defined. No, explain what, why, how. No, 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 the baby action verbs. Your action verbs are like construct a case, maybe write a report, write an email, analyze, evaluate. These are the action verbs. Okay. Once again, you are a professional consultant. In life, when you go to a consultant, what the consultant does, let's say I'm sitting in a consultant office, in a lawyer office, in a business consultant one, and he starts like, okay, Mr. Mirchawala, sit here. This is pastoral, political, economical, social, technological. This is sort. See, like, what he's doing. I have paid the fees to this guy, and he is talking about all these models, so much technical jargon. No. Same role you have in the examination. It is not mandatory that you write. An examiner is not asking you all these models things. Okay,
No.
sir.
It is all about dealing with the scenario. SBL exam is not about how much you know, rather, it is how you apply and deal with the scenario. In reality, it's not an exam, it's a project. It's a business consultancy situation where student acting as a consultant have to deal with a real business problem. Student can solve a complete exam paper without any bookish knowledge. Use of models is not mandatory. No marks reduction if not used. So, is it really an easy paper? Yes. Look at its pass rates. Highest, I'm not saying high, I'm saying highest pass rates in strategic professional level exam. It is all about teaching approach for this exam, and normally the pass rate, the global pass rate exceeds 50%, and if we talk about our pass rate, it's always exceeding 70%. Like more than 70% of our students pass this examination. Students with lowest
See,
preparation.
see, 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 everybody has their own perception. Some people call it's a very hard examination. Why? Because it's so lengthy. 10,000 words case study. Okay. Some people call it very easy. Why? Because just one case study, just one organization structure, just one board structure, just one industry, just a couple of suppliers, customers, finding shareholders, one project is just one understanding one business. So it's easy. And now this is once again subjective, in my opinion, I'm calling it easy. Forget about it. Look at the absolute facts. Sir is saying, like, it is easy. It is actually easy because of the passing rate.
Because when you
Sir,
look at the professional level exams, the pass rate is normally around 35 to 40%. So its global pass rate is also very high. And the students with lowest preparation pass the exam most because they don't restrict their thought process. They are open to the scenario, talk about the scenario, and they ace the exam. Students with a lot of book reading and learning restrict their thought process. This course has been designed with these core features in mind. No theoretical learning, no topical discussion. You have done a lot of it during previous 2 months. Now, this 15 days, let's talk about the exam only. And the exam is the case. The case for which 11 pages are already in hands. They are in your hand. Let's talk about that case only. Let's talk about mock exams on that case only. Let's leave all the excess thought. What Potter is saying or what Pastel is saying, let's leave it set aside. Let's talk on this case, the 11 pages, which are your exam paper. You will get 4 pages additional in your actual examination, and that will be the continuity of that. Only focus on the pre-scene, discussion of mocks, past papers to understand the exam approach. See, like if someone would say that, sir, it's 15 days to the examination, I have the pre-scene in my hand and I'm reading the study hub. I'm reading a BPP. I'm reading a Kaplan. So I would say, brother, you need to refer a doctor. You have the exam paper in your hand and you are reading all other things. Let's talk on that. Let's listen to the mentors who do that detailed analysis. And we are the market trendsetter. You can listen to our pre-scene analysis and then go and listen other teachers' YouTube videos. You will clearly identify that how much they copy. Sir, maybe you are copying. You will get our pre-scene released first. Our pre-scene comes on the social media first. One class is free for all. Rest of them are paid. Just watch our first class and then go and watch all other teachers' pre-scene and you will identify that who is the trendsetter, who gives the real examples, who identify the industry in a real manner. So that is our in-depth analysis, and that is the reason why people follow us. Okay, so you have 3 hours and 15 minutes in the examination. 3 to 4 new exhibits will be provided in the examination referring current year issues. 3 tasks will be asked from those exhibits. These tasks may have subparts in them. In examination, you can use a word processor to draft the detailed drafting like report or a business case or an email, spreadsheet for ratio analysis, and presentation slides, because sometimes the examiner can ask you to make a presentation slide also. So, mind-blowing, detailed, exam-focused crash course, moving
We'll teach you.
around the pre-scene, the exam approach, the professional skills, mock exams focused on this exam attempt only, a very detailed analysis.
We'll teach you on the real ACCA platform, like when we're doing the mock and when we doing the past paper and all that. Because we know fear is natural. If you go to the examination and first time you see where to click, what is word processor, we'll teach you everything and we have a separate class for that. We're not going to teach you on this A4 size paper. That's kind of old school thing. We'll teach you in the real examination scenario. Okay?
Now, when you look at the SBL exam, let's talk about some paper structure and the importance. Let's put further importance of this crash course. Your examination has 80 technical marks. Like technical marks means relating to the technical knowledge of business leadership. Like maybe analyzing the culture, maybe analyzing the financial performance, maybe looking at some control weakness. There are 80 marks technical requirements. Okay. Sir, I've heard that exam is of 100 marks. You are saying exam is of 80 marks. Go and total the number of requirements in the exam. You will only be attempting the requirements of 80 marks. 20 marks are a bonus. 20 marks are a bonus. There will be additional 20 professional marks. You don't have to attend any requirement for professional marks. Like, okay, you are analyzing the culture for 12 marks and it will be written 4 additional marks will be awarded for good analysis. Like the requirement is analyze the culture for 12 marks. And then what he's saying, 4 additional marks for good analysis. Like examiner will read your answer and first he will see that, okay, whether the culture is discussed in a proper manner, like applied in the scenario properly. And then he will see that whether you demonstrated your professional skill or not. Did you do in-depth analysis? Did you analyze it from multiple perspectives? Whether your communication was good, like your wordings, your headings, your subheadings, whether the format of the report was followed or not, you demonstrated commercial acumen or not. These will be awarded on the basis that how professionally a student has attempted 80 technical marks. Just listen to me carefully what I'm saying. In the examination, you have 195 minutes. In the examination, 3 hours and 15 minutes means 195 minutes. In a normal exam, you would be attempting 100 marks. So that would be 1.95 minutes per mark. 1.95 minute per mark. 195 minute divided by 100 marks. But what examiner is saying you here is, you have same 195 minutes, don't attempt 100 marks. Only attempt 80 marks requirements. Only attempt 80 marks. Like literally, when you will add up all of the requirements which you are attempting, they will be of 80 marks only. So in reality, you have 2.4 minutes per mark. What do you mean by this? Just listen to me. For example, if it's a 10 marks requirement, please listen to me. For example, if it is a 10 marks requirement, so 10 marks into 1.95 minute. In a normal situation, you have almost 19 minutes to attempt that requirement. In a normal situation, 10 marks into 1.95 minutes. So it will be 19 minutes almost. But what your SBL examiner is saying, listen to me, that attempt these 10 marks in 24 minutes. Because I'm giving you 2.4 minutes per mark. I'm giving you additional 5 minutes. Don't attempt 100 marks requirement, because I'm not giving you 100 marks requirements. I'm only giving you 80 marks requirements, but while attempting those 80 marks requirement, I'm giving you extra time also. Instead of 19 minutes, take 24 minutes, but do good communication, clear communication. Show commercial acumen, business sense. You are a strategic business leader. I don't want theoretical bookish knowledge. Talk like a business leader. Attempt 80 marks requirement, take a gift of 20 marks. That is called professional skill. Now comes the real hack. The students, they are either not doing any job, or even if they are doing a job, they are at junior level. You guys don't know professional communication because you have not done. You haven't communicated professionally in your life. You don't know how to draft a report, how to draft a press release, how to make a presentation slide. So here we are the lifesavers. We will be checking your answers and we will be guiding you. See, your point is correct technically, but your wordings are not professional. Your analysis is insufficient. You are not demonstrating commercial acumen. You fail to give a recommendation. So these professional skill marks are really important, and they can only be gained when we give you personalized feedback. Okay?
And you
So,
see what?
yeah.
You can see all these five professional skills: analysis, commercial acumen, communication, evaluation, skepticism. Most of the students think that we get only professional marks through good communication. Take a practical example. Once again, you hired an expert, a lawyer, business consultant, whatever. You are sitting right in front of him, and he is an amazing communicator. Oh my God, telling you the poetry, the jokes, starting logical argument, all. But he's just a communicator. He has no business sense thing. He's not connecting the information, no analysis, no evaluation, no probing. Whatever I'm saying, he's saying, okay, 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 no skepticism, nothing. He's not a good consultant. I'm not going to pay him. I'm not going to hire him. So same in the examination. Just a good communicator, it's not going to work. Along with communication, all these professional, and we'll master you in that. And now the magic. Professional marks are 20 marks. Professional marks are 20 marks. How many marks you want? I said 50 marks. Let's say 50 marks. 50 marks you want. 20 is just professional. So it means these professional marks help you 40% to get a pass. In just one class of our professional skills, I think we have two classes of professional skills. Like in one or two classes of ours, you are 40% done. Now just 60% remaining with the technical knowledge. Just 30 more marks. That's it.
So these professional skills will be analysis, financial analysis, non-financial analysis, how you have to consider the different aspects of the decision, commercial acumen, business sense, communication, evaluation, positive and negative sides, skepticisms, challenging, probing. Obviously, we'll be doing a detailed discussion on these professional skill marks in two separate classes. You have to answer examination like a strategic business leader. Problem is that majority of the candidates are just students, never been to an organization. And even if they are in an organization, they are juniors, not strategic leaders. Here comes the important thing, practice of complete papers, checking of the answer, the feedback. So this course is full of practical examples, analysis, so that you can think like a strategic business leader. You understand the good communication, the analysis. Okay? So in front of you, it's more than 25 years of experience teaching the ACCA qualification. Like, are more than 75 of the students have nationwide positions. Just think about it. Like, I can say it clearly, just find a tutor with so many positions. Like, it's not the only exam we teach. Whatever exam we teach, the students got positions. Okay? Our institution leading the market with around 300 positions by our team. So this is our exam focused approach, which has always benefited the students. Okay, so more than 25 years of teaching and training experience, more than 75 nationwide positions in different ACC exams we teach. Okay, bringing structured learning expertise. Like, my expertise is detailed structured learning, and Sir Subhan bringing up with real practical examples. That combo, it's boom. It's the next level impact which it creates. Okay, experience of America, Middle East markets. We combine those markets. We relate you to the real business situations. Okay, generate real business ideas which are examined in your SBL exam. Now, sir, how will you delivering us this course? Our course is completely pre-recorded because there are students in a lot of time zones. Like Sir Subhan is in a different time zone and I'm in a different time zone. We both have a 12-hour difference. So different time zones, students are in 60 plus countries. And most importantly, most of you guys are doing job. Some study in morning, some study at night. So the course is pre-recorded. You can watch on your own convenience. And then the real thing. Sir, if I'll have a query, then what? We are just a message away. You can always connect with us. Okay, you can always connect with us. You can always message us, ask the queries. And that is the most important thing, that we are always available to the student. Like, we directly deal with the student queries. So it's a pre-recorded course, enables you to watch on your own convenience. Complete the 25 hours course designed specifically for your exam. Attend the mocks, get personalized feedback from us, send your queries, get them responded. And I would just say this, these 25 hours will be a real game changer for your preparation. And
See,
it really,
one important thing which I would say is like, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Give a man a fish every day and you feed him for a day, just for a day. You teach him how to fish and you feed him forever. We teach you how to fish. That's our specialty. We teach you how to fish. That's it.
so this crash course will be a real game changer, and that is proven from our success. The lot of students we have taught. Okay, so a detailed exam focused crash course, detailed analysis of pre-seen mock exams, past paper exam approach, completely exam focused crash course. And believe me, as we move forward, as you look at our pre-seen discussion classes, you look at our professional skill classes, it will be a real impact creating thing. If you have any query, you can always connect with us directly on our WhatsApp number. And I hope to see you all in our next class as we move forward in our crash course and creating the impact in these last few days for your examination. Okay, so hope to see you all in the next class. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.